If someone hates you and wants to see you sad, remember this: their hatred cannot hurt you unless you give them permission to control your peace. When someone tries to make you feel small, do not become smaller to make them comfortable. Become stronger and let your silence answer them. Some people hate you not because you harmed them, but because your confidence reminds them of everything they are afraid to become. If someone constantly tries to bring you down, stop asking why they hate you and start asking why you keep giving their opinion so much power. Never allow someone else's bitterness to become the reason you lose the happiness you worked so hard to find. When people insult you without knowing your struggle, remember that their words describe their character far more than they describe you. The strongest response to someone who wants you miserable is to build a life so peaceful that their negativity no longer has a place in it. Some people will criticize your success simply because they cannot understand how you continued moving forward when they expected you to give up. If someone is desperate to see you fail, do not waste your energy proving them wrong. Quietly become everything they said you could never be. A person who truly knows their worth does not spend every night trying to understand why someone else refuses to recognize it. People who are unhappy with themselves often look for someone else to blame, attack, or discourage. Do not volunteer to carry their unhappiness. When someone treats you badly for no reason, remember that you do not have to become cruel just because they chose to be cruel to you. Your peace is too expensive to exchange for an argument with someone who has already decided to misunderstand you. If their words are designed to destroy your confidence, let your actions become the proof that their opinion was never your destiny. Some people only respect you after they realize that their insults no longer make you angry, their absence no longer makes you lonely, and their approval no longer matters. Never let a bitter person convince you that becoming cold is the only way to survive. You can remain kind without allowing anyone to disrespect you. The moment you stop reacting to every insult, you take away the power from the person who was using your emotions against you. If someone wants you sad, smiling is not revenge. Protecting your peace, improving yourself, and living without their approval is. Do not let someone else's jealousy make you question your blessings. People often attack what they secretly wish they had. Sometimes the best answer to hatred is not an explanation, an argument, or revenge. It is simply continuing to live a life they cannot control. A person who constantly tries to hurt your feelings may be fighting battles inside themselves that you know absolutely nothing about. When someone insults your appearance, your dreams, your success, or your personality, remember that their opinion is only one voice in a world full of voices. Never destroy your character trying to punish someone who tried to destroy your peace. Becoming like them would be your greatest loss. If they laugh when you struggle, remember them when you succeed, but do not seek revenge. Let your growth speak without hatred. Some people become uncomfortable when you stop needing their attention, because your independence reminds them that they have lost their influence over you. The people who try hardest to make you doubt yourself often know exactly how powerful you could become if you stopped believing their lies. You do not need everyone to understand your journey. The people who matter will respect your direction even when they do not understand your destination. When someone deliberately provokes you, remember that losing your temper may give them exactly what they wanted from the beginning. Never confuse someone's loud criticism with the truth. Sometimes the loudest voice in the room is simply the most insecure one. If someone keeps reminding you of your mistakes, remember that your past is a lesson, not a prison built by someone else's judgment. Your life becomes lighter when you stop explaining yourself to people who have already chosen the version of you they want to hate. Some people will never celebrate your victories because your progress forces them to confront the excuses they have made for their own lives. You cannot stop people from talking about you, but you can decide whether their words deserve a permanent room inside your mind. You cannot stop people from talking about you, but you can decide whether their words deserve a permanent room inside your mind. When someone tries to embarrass you, remember that dignity is not about winning every conversation. Sometimes dignity is knowing when to walk away. Never let someone else's inability to appreciate you become evidence that you are not valuable. Gold does not become worthless because someone cannot recognize it. People may hate the confidence they see in you because it reminds them of the confidence they lost somewhere along their own journey. If someone walks away hoping you will fall apart, let them discover that your strength was never dependent on their presence. The greatest victory over someone who wants you unhappy is not making them suffer. It is becoming so emotionally free that their behavior no longer controls your mood. Do not waste your best years fighting people who dislike you. Use those years building a life that makes their opinions completely irrelevant. When someone tries to turn others against you, stay calm and stay honest. Eventually, truth needs no campaign to defend itself. You will meet people who judge your chapter without knowing your story, so learn to keep writing instead of stopping to explain every page. If someone hates you because you changed, remember that growth often disappoints the people who benefited from the old version of you. Never chase the approval of someone who only feels powerful when you feel weak. Your self-respect must always be worth more than their acceptance. Sometimes people attack you because they cannot compete with your progress. So they try to damage your confidence instead of improving themselves. If their words hurt today, do not carry them into tomorrow. You have too much life ahead of you to let someone else's bitterness become your permanent burden. The moment you understand that not every opinion deserves a response, you will discover a kind of peace that no amount of winning an argument can give you. Let people misunderstand you if they want. Your responsibility is not to convince everyone of your worth, but to live in a way that you can respect yourself. When someone wants to see you broken, remember that your comeback does not need their permission, their apology, or even their recognition. One day you will realize that the people who tried to destroy your peace were never powerful enough to do it. You simply had not yet learned how powerful your own mind could be.